Hello and welcome to another quick video. So if you watched the previous one, I drove around on the newly repaired AMC 325 and we were pumping a couple hundred amps through it and it works perfectly fine. But I also discharged the battery, and so we took, what did it say? 3.2 amp hours out, which is actually 6.4 amp hour, real amp hours, because the gauges are off by a factor of 2. Because that's how Solectria did it. So if we come over here, we've got the battery charger hooked up. It is a BC3300 Solectria, serial number 1369. And it is ready for test. The only modification that I did to it, well, I replaced the capacitor board in it, and the customer complained about the voltage being off and the current being wrong. And these guys don't have current sensors in there. They rely on, it's a zero crossing resonant converter, so every cycle they assume a certain amount of current has passed, but so there's no sensor in it. And the voltage is usually off because the filter caps are bad. When I replaced that cap board, it takes care of everything, and it made the voltage come back to the correct value, and current is now the correct value. So if we look down here, I've got my clamp meter. We're kind of on the phase, I think will be good enough. One thing I did change is I took the red connector off because the red ones won't mate with the gray, so I put a gray one on there so that I could connect the battery charger up. I'm also running the battery charger off 120 volts instead of 240 because I only have a 20 amp fuse in here, and this charger will put out 20 amps on 240 volts. So I don't want to do that. It's also programmed for a Solectria Force, so it'll be trying to charge to much higher voltage than it's trying to go to 190 volts instead of, say, like 180. So we'll just won't plug it in for that long. I've also got so I got Monlog up and running, and I've got the meter over here that's hooked up to one of the auxiliary connectors. You can see the probes coming in there, and those are, I think that's actually for the air conditioning. That's the plug that goes to the air conditioning, but this vehicle doesn't have air conditioning, so I just stuck the probes in there, and that's working. I was going to dodge the wires that I hang in there, but that's for the light that I've got hooked up so you can actually see. So we've got the meter down here, precariously in here. I think I've been going long enough, it'll probably click out. It'll time out, but nah, we'll just do it anyway. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and flip it. And then zero it. My current sense in this meter is going bad. And the battery's also low, so that's probably part of it, but we can zero it. Good enough. Okay. Grab the plug and plug her in. And I've got the little box over here, and it's cheating out the temperature sensors. But you can see we're putting out about 5 amps. And if we come over here, it thinks we're putting out 5.3 amps. So my current sense in my meter is probably off by 300 milliamps, not a big deal. Voltage is 158.2. and we're reading 158.8, so it's pretty close. So I'd say she's working. I'll just let it run for a little bit here. You can see the current down there is 4.9 amps, 5.2, 159 volts, and 159.5. So within half a volt. That's better. I think the customer was saying it was off by 8 before, so we're definitely doing better. And we'll just let this, I guess you can go look at the amp hour counter. It should be blinking. Can you see that? Can you see the little green blip? Yeah, that just counted down. This is every amp hour, every tenth of an amp hour in. So it's blink, 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 if you can't see it. We're putting in, the meter's just tiny bit moved, 20 amp division, so it's kind of hard to really tell by the meter. And the voltmeter says we're at 100 and, what is it, 50 some, almost 160 volts, so yeah, everything looks spot on that anyway. And yep, we're putting current in. Oh, I did put the screws on the side, so this is actually bolted in here now. It's not gonna go anywhere. And yeah, so I think everything's working. Come back over here. We're up to 161.1 volts, and we're at 161.3, and we're at 4.8 amps, and that's reading 5.1. If I come in here and like, can you still see that? If I squeeze this, it goes up. See? So now I'm reading 5 amps. So this is for reference only. I think the little spring in there is not as strong enough to actually close the path, the little coil that uses the sense. But yeah, it looks like everything's working. I'd consider it fixed. I can let it run here for a little bit. So we're at 161.9 volts and 161.9. So yeah, they're pretty good. .162. It's off by like 100 millivolts. 150 millivolts. 200 millivolts. I don't know how accurate this meter is either. But yeah, I'd say she's working. This video is probably long enough. I'm just gonna let it charge. We're still in stage 1 charging according to the charge controller box. But yeah, actually we'll probably never go to the next stage because it's trying to get, what's it trying to get up to? It doesn't say. I have to go into the profile editor to see what it's trying to get to. But I think it's trying to charge up to 190 volts, and then it'll switch and flip down to the, oops. Oh, I've got this, I'm running the magnifier, it's actually this little tiny meter on, see. Makes it easier to record. What are we up to? 162.7, 162.8. Still 4.8 amps. And 5.1 amps. So yeah, it's working. I'd consider the charger fixed. So yeah, I'd say it's all working. Motor controller fixed. Battery charger fixed. Still got the waterlogged one. I was surprised it actually spun the motor. That was amazing. I've got one more. I got one more UMOC 445 to program, and then I'm done. Hopefully I can get all of the stuff done over Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend, which would be great. And then I can finally get back to working on the Nissan Leaf battery pack for my truck. So yeah, thanks for watching. Oh wait, well, I guess I'd come back here just in case. Yeah, something might have broke while I wasn't doing it. 163.2, 163.4, or 163.4, 160. They're really close. And we're reading 5.1 amps, and if I squeeze it, I can get it up to 5. Yeah, I need to get a better clamp meter. That one's seen better days. Actually, I might just need to replace the battery in it. But anyways, this video has been going on for what, 9 minutes, 10 minutes. So go ahead and cut it there, and yeah, thanks for watching.